And then he gets hurt, the terrible injury in Philadelphia with the patella tendon, right?
Oh.
I mean, the type of injury that makes you squirm and go like, ugh, like you just did. Ugh. And he comes all the way back and can't play. And he comes all the way back and can't play. And then last year it's the calf. And now this year it's the groin. And Victor Cruz is now in a very, very weird spot, and so are the Giants. Because Victor Cruz can't play today. I'm not saying it's not going to get better. But he went from the patella to the calf to the hamstring to now the groin. There's going to come a point here where we have to come to terms with the reality that his body is not going to allow him to be an NFL wide receiver anymore. And I don't know when the Giants are willing to make that decision. But I can tell you this. If he can't get on the field, Boom, for a single preseason game, and his message to his critics is tune in. 2 words, tune in. I love Victor. Great guy. We've gotten to know him well over the years. What am I tuning into? Sadly, it's not because you don't want it. It's not because you're lazy, because it's not. It's not because you haven't busted your ass to get back on the field, because you have. At the end of the day, it's starting to appear that his body is not going to allow him to be an NFL football player anymore.
I don't know if I'd go that far, but I would say that because of because that they redid his contract and everything, there's no financial pressure to relieve the Giants of.
Fair enough.
So they have time, and they know what he can do. And
what he could do.
But what Jerry Reese said the other day is, look, we're not panicking or overreacting to what Victor's going through right now. It's just a natural thing. And by the way, the Jets had Matt Forte. They finally got him back in the uniform. And how many bad things had they, not bad, but negative things had they written about Matt Forte the first 2 weeks of practice?
Right, that he can't stand the field.
He can't play. He's over 30, and you got to hear all the same crap over and over again. When in actuality, both Victor Cruz and Matt Forte still have, I believe, a lot left in the tank. And because they're not making a lot of money, and because the season's still 3 preseason games away, there's plenty of time for these guys to get themselves in shape and ready to go for the start of the season.